Greetings, future slaves of Wendy. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, episode 163, Trimmed Roster. Why didn't we make Vendetta the artist? Vendetta wasn't the artist because... for no good reason. I mean, the tortured artist doesn't give you art skill, it just makes you pissy. And then have a chance for creative inspiration once you're done. We could have, but obviously that's not going to happen anymore. Alright, so how is this? It's got slow runner and slow wound healing. But it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, shoot. That's a 7-11 right there. I mean, obviously with some negatives, but still a 7-11. I'm keeping it. Don't care about the negatives. And the other one is garbage. It's got 1 good gene. Shellball doesn't have any of the pigskin genes, right? No, you're all pigskin. Never mind. Don't do that mix. Terminate will cross with pigskins. That's a 1. It's pretty bad in the scheme of things. Oh, man. Let's see if we can get at least a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. I mean, it has Trotter hands, so it's not a viable colonist. But that's a 6, which is, I think, the best possible cross between dirt mold and pigskin. Because pigskin have 3 genes, dirt moles have 3 genes, and that individual inherited all of the good possible genes in one go. That's impressive. Crabs seems to be moving around, so let's do a little bit of a corpse exchange. Oh, he needs to be in prison first. Where are you? You're already naked, that's perfect. So what are we going to do with Vendetta? I don't really care what prison Crabs gets put into. I guess the Impids. So you're not staying there very long. You were just being imprisoned in name only. The other issue is... oh, there you are. I'm gonna say the other issue is... looks like I need another needle sheet before I kick this off. So Crabs, you could live for another, like, hour or 2. Congrats. The abattoir. The name of the ritual room. So sometimes there's a bit of a bug where it like changes names, as you literally just saw it go from temple to abattoir. All right, Krabby Patty, time for some seafood. Apparently a snow hare objected to that slaying. Not that a snow hare gets to choose that kind of thing. Finish up. You're not paid by the hour. You're not paid, actually. Well, I guess you're paid in food and board. Room and board. Come on. There we go. Satisfying corpse exchange. Chimmick gained Go Frenzy. As a result, the other thing I'm going to want to do is butcher human-like for colonist corpses only. I'm going to call it Butcher Colonists because I want his name off of the bar up there. And then this is any worker, human corpse. Yep. And that should be triggered soon. Let's get skulls? Yeah, actually, let's get skulls. That's a good idea. Skull of crabs. Who knew they were not just exoskeleton? All right, and then we're gonna have Wendy butcher him herself, I believe. Yep, perfect. And we'll have a little skull spike for crabs here in the barracks. A little reminder to behave. It looks like Vendetta, you are also going to be organ donor sacrificed. Probably going to want to remove your nuclear stomach, as well as your armor and weapons, before giving you the axe. I believe Sarai should be going into the thing now. Prisoner. Oh, farm genes. That would help. She's probably been able to be extracted for a bit. So there is the prediction that we're running for Sarai's genes. So we'll have an answer on that in just a moment. Yeah, in terms of music that I use, all the music that I'm using is Creative Commons copyright-free stuff. So if there's claims on it, I just need to file a counterclaim, which in most cases is just like more annoying than it's worth doing, but I'll see about that. Next question. Should anyone else be retired as a colonist? So we have 2 so far. Are you guys looking for 3? Or are you good with 2? 2 lives enough. How are you feeling about that? How bloodthirsty are you all? Out of curiosity, let's do records, time spent in mental state. So the stickiest to Flutie, you guys are prisoners. Udagel's a prisoner. In terms of non-prisoners, Dave has spent 2 days in a mental state, which is not great. Midi, 7 days. I didn't realize Midi had spent so much time in mental state. Rogi, 5.8 days. I wonder if this counts as like comas, though, as a result of xenogerm implantation. I'd be a little worried about that being counted against them. Because that's not exactly out of their, in their control. Is there... I don't know if there's another... Times in mental state. Well, that's another way to look at it, I suppose. Trying to compare the two. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to look at it to try to figure that out. But obviously, I think Vendetta spent a considerable amount of time broken. So here's an example. FIUP. Times in mental state 0. Time spent in mental state 0.5 hours. So my worry that it wasn't that it's not just mental breaks might be valid. I don't know. But you look at the difference of mass versus MIDI. 14, 1.7 days, 12, 7 days, right? There's kind of a extreme there. Like, Wendy has been in a mental state 34 times, but that's mostly probably been death rest, I'd imagine. I don't know. It's, there's just not enough information, I think, to go on in that chart. But Vendetta should be snapping out of it soon, and if he's not, well, You moderate for a music streamer, and he often gets copyright flagged for his own music. Yeah, that's honestly pretty typical. They use oh, what is it called? I used to know. It's a piece of software that identifies music, like Audio Magic or something like that. Twitch uses to scan for copyright, but it's imperfect and has a lot of false positives. Is the tox pack on the corpse worth stripping? Nah, tox packs are barely worth anything. They're worth like 40 silver or something. And then comes Wendy flying in, Jesus. All right, this egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just happened to inherit slow study and slow wound healing. Dang. That's why I said, like, I think generally an individual, a cross between two individuals has a chance to yield something better than the sum of their parts. And why I was excited about Shellbell's eggs, because I've now have 2 eggs that they're somewhat flawed due to the fact that they're, they have negative traits that I wanted to avoid, but they are 7/11ths, regardless. Alright, let's try to use triminates to mix with the... the pigskin. We are going to retire other colonists. Okay. So here's that list again. Still, oh, Vendetta is, yeah, here we go. Lost a kidney and a lung. And soon, the nuclear stomach. And the prediction for Sarai's genes is done in 2 hours. Hey, Jamie, thank you for the resub. There is a pigskin egg. Oh, shoot. Where did it go? Oh, Firefoam Pop is going to handle that. I thought that was a hissing of a mortar shell, and I was like, oh no! But nope. That's exactly what we wanted to have happen. I don't know which egg was just fertilized. It was one of the pigskins. And I'm just going to assume it was not a good one. What I really need to do is to... Maybe I'll gift these eggs to the tribals. Because there are so many that it's going to be really hard to scan them for which ones I didn't mean to get rid of. Sarai gave me blue skin. Okay, well, that settles that prediction. That is a no. Unless, of course, I want all my Wendigo to look like Beast from X-Men. Which I don't, for the record. The genie is almost gene recovered, and then the hussar is about a day out. They're both about a day out, actually. So I'll wait to inseminate eggs for when these are all cleaned up and shipped out as a gift. How does my colony handle a colony this big? I mean, it doesn't. It's not running that smooth. Attempts were made. What are my farming bots doing, though? Holy hell. Are they all taking a break right now? No, I guess they're farming. Okay, Vendetta's moving around. Well, guess what? You are going to regret getting up this morning. Wendy instructs you to strip, you strip. Although, if you could do it a little faster, I'll make your death a little less painful. Alright, and let's go ahead with the public execution. After I arrest you. So, I will have you be offered the executive prison. Where are you going with him? Hang on there. Hang on there. Don't leave. There we go. A little bit faster. Alright, V. Why is it so hard to find them? Second line? Oh, there. There we go. All right, Tati wins by 2 votes. And what to do with Tati? Tati, for the record, is a male, and is a 2/11 Wendigo with 2 children. Dom Bellarose in here, and Phantom here. Oh, bye-bye. I caught that just in time. It was a spectacular public execution, and everybody's mood gone up. Wendy will take your skull. And Butcher. Oh, someone must be moving Vedetta already. Sentinel is. No, Sentinel's not. Here comes the War Merchant. Finally. Why I say finally is there's just a lot of weapons out here in the on the ice. Like all this stuff. And then I have a lot of weapons in my stockpile as well. Oh, Kath is butchering. Way to go. Way to get your hands dirty as a, vampire. All right. So the primary thing I really want to sell to them is going to be the weapons I don't want to free up storage in my my weapon stores. So keep the breach axes and sell the garbage. And there's a lot of garbage. Even get rid of the minigun. Nothing like arming tribals with automatic weapons. I feel like that's probably a war crime in itself. Holy heck. I know they don't have the money for all this. I will try to buy stuff to balance it out. Just didn't realize how much junk I had until I took a closer look, and boy is it a lot. So I can buy the herbal meds. I'll hold on to the jelly and the pemmican and the tech prints, because I'll sell that to someone else. That's about all they have for me to buy, which is unfortunate. Unless I want wooden war masks, which I probably don't. So I'll have them pocket the extras, because I really don't care. I need Molotov for the kill box? Yeah, I kept one. I kept a Molotov, I kept a frag grenade. Somewhere. Here's a frag grenade. Here's a Molotov. Okay, all of the embryos we wanted to send, we're ready. This is a little pointless given that their caravan's here, but it's going to be more annoying for me to unpack that and hand it to them than it is for me to just send it via airmail. And it looks like you guys want Tati sacrificed and organ donored as well. You guys are brutal. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Brutal, though. So we've got long hair, pig nose, dark vision, no thanks. Strong and gaunt head, no thanks. Reinforced barrels. Anything I want to buy. Learning assistants wouldn't be bad to buy. I'm just going to buy them because might as well have them, I guess. Don't really need them, but I can definitely install them around. Unfortunately for me, they just don't really have a lot of things that I want to purchase. Which means I can donate, but I don't really feel like that. Alright, this works. Oh, I'll get rid of the tech. Well, maybe not. I'll get rid of one of the tech prints too. Unfortunately, they did not show up with lances, so no opportunity to get restocked. All right, with all the eggs sold, or gifted rather, I can start refertilizing and not really worrying about mixing the eggs into the regular batch. A psychic reader for Cathanon? Probably not. I don't think I would invest in a slave. I mean, you make a good point where he's the, or she rather, is the runner-up tradesperson. But eventually I will have Sarai scanned for Great Social, and then it will be far less of a an issue. Alright, so what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but with also pig voice trotter hands. I'm going to say no. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but with pig nose. Close. I mean, they were really close. Just not quite all the way there. Where'd that last egg go? Oh, there it is. And then this one is a 1, 2, 3, but with 3 negatives. Okay. If you're wondering how many corpses we have, I can answer that. We have 376 corpses in the map tile. Not all of them are going to be edible, because some of them are like robots, and some of them are going to be the rotten. Question for you guys: should I make a crematorium for the rotten corpses? Yes or no? This would be a pretty easy way to like automate removal of rotten corpses if you want me to. I don't care if they're on the tile or not, but if you want me to clean them up, I'm happy to clean them up. So then the last person that needs to get retired is Tati. And unfortunately for Tati, I have already done the rituals, so all that we really have left is to good old-fashioned slay. So kidney, lung, stomach. Put you in the prison suite. Would it take less CPU to butcher and shelve the corpses, or leave them as whole? The save game file, I'll stop doing that. The save game file would be smaller if I butchered them, but the colony value would skyrocket with all of that meat and leather. So it would be cheaper, probably, to, you know, for game calculations and all. But it would have some negative consequences that, you know, might want to be avoided. Ultimately, there are mods like Runtime GC and others, Rocketman, that could optimize this colony that it could run. Which some of the mods like that will actually just delete corpse data to have them sort of baked in, or remove corpses. And I could do that if I start running into performance issues. But because I'm not running into performance issues, there's not really a need for me to go to that length and clean up the save game file and free up memory, because it's running okayish. Would stripping them help? It technically would, because again, it would only help if I then burned all the clothing, like, as fast as I could. Because you can think of a corpse, and it's not going to help a lot. It's like the amount of clothing that someone wears is maybe, I'm going to make up a number, but it's like a 20th or like a 30th of the colonist information that's stored about that colonist. Because each corpse will have its health, faction, body parts, mass, you know, whatever, genetics, etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of data about each person, and their actual clothing makes up like a, maybe it's even less, maybe it's like a 50th of the total data. So stripping them would help, but it would only do like a 50th of the way there. Whereas like simply nuking the corpse can remove it from the save game file. And I could also start to cremate the tainted gear. Yeah, exactly. All right, so you guys did vote for me to add crematoriums to clean up waste. So I will do that. Just thinking about where I physically want to put them. Just there. That's fine. I would want them near the butchery to get rid of the tainted clothing. Actually, you know what? Whoa, camera work. Might even be better spot. I'll put them there. I think that there's a benefit to being indoors for a crematorium, though. Because if you're outdoors, you cremate slower. I may be mistaken about that, but I think that might be the case. So I will, I'll set the crematoriums up to be enclosed. Oh, I should have just left that there. And they don't really need to be enclosed all that well. They can just have like a door there that's forced open. But that way they're like inside and, oops, wrong type of door. They're inside and don't suffer from outdoor work speed penalty. So Tati, are you Yep. Well, this is gonna be brutal, but you know, it's the way. The other things I wanted to do is I'll put a learning assistant in Mass. Bryzet already has one, and I'll put one in, oh, Lo already has one. So I'll put one in Frosty, as Frosty is currently, no, I'll hold on to it. Should I tear out the heart? Yeah, maybe I'll tear out the heart. Dom baby's crying. Dom doesn't even know. No, there's Phantom. As far as everybody else other than Wendy's concerned, nobody's related to anybody else. She probably doesn't let them know. Because what advantage? It's too bad that I can't, like, turn off the negative penalties for, like, dead family members. But, like, if Wendy was really to run a colony of monsters and to genetically breed them, she would obviously keep who's related to who a secret, unless it's, like, so very obvious as a result of, like, oh, well, I am the child of the only waster in the colony. Like, I must be, right? But even then, you know, she keeps a lot of things compartmentalized to the point where that might not even be certain. So, should we retire anyone else as a colonist? So we're down 3 already. Do we go up to 4? Or you good? Bloodlust levels at 3. What do you guys, how do you guys feel? The other thing I guess I needed to pull on is the Fennec Foxes. I don't know. I don't know if I... It's 2 raids, which is kind of annoying. So the Neuroquake was only going to work once, and then the second raid is going to be... yeah, I think it slows down the Wendigo project too much to bother you even to do. So what are we trying to get out of the genie? I forget. Awful social? Yeah, just awful social. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I actually don't know what the chance of that is, though. Because it's not 1/12, because it can also come in a gene bank with others. So it's slightly better than a 12th. Colonist butchered. Oh, I did make some... Oh, did I check these eggs? Yeah, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but with Trotterhand's pig voice. Yeah, okay, I checked these. Pig nose, yeah, okay. Alright, let's keep trying. Terminate with other pigskins. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch, May 2nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo,